Hey everyone, it's Jose. I'm at one of my 28-acre listings in Lincoln County. I figured we would just do a little walk and talk while I walk this property. I apologize since my allergies are really bad given this time of year. And so, as you know, I help buyers and sellers with land listings and property with land in a lot of cases. And I've recently had this come up a few times where I will have a buyer ask me about doing a survey or not. Full disclosure, I am not a surveyor and I am not a title rep. But one of my responsibilities as a realtor and a real estate agent is to protect my buyers and sellers. And so when I'm assisting buyers purchase property, especially those with larger plots of land, I almost always recommend that they have a survey done. And the reason why is because a survey is a situation where an unbiased, licensed individual in Oklahoma comes out, they do some measurements of the property, and they mark items like boundaries with pins and flags. They verify that there's no encroachments. So let's say that a neighbor, boy, look at that deer track right there. Let's say that a neighbor built something on the property and it was it went across the line or put a fence in. But what it also does is it also flags things like flood zones and easements. So think of like gas line easements, public utility easements, like gas lines, power lines, etc. And so as land changes hands, they get carved up, easements and so forth get bought up and consolidated by other entities. And so over time you may have a situation where either the seller doesn't know because they've never had title insurance or something like that, or it was possibly missed, a quitclaim deed was done, it was passed down, any number of things can contribute to this. And they don't know that there's something on the property that affects it. And so a survey takes a lot of that, concern away, and that the unbiased person comes out and does this on behalf of the buyer. Now, they can be expensive depending on, how big of property it is, how easy it is to mark points, how easy it is to access corners, and, items like that. If the last survey company was the one who's doing the current survey, there's a lot of factors that go into it. Now, you can choose not to have a survey done as long as your mortgage, whoever's lending you money doesn't have a problem with that, and you can do that with cash also. You don't necessarily have to have a survey to get the transaction done, but you may be taking over a piece of property that you don't fully know what is actually on that property and affecting that property. Now, there are times where you'll hear people say, well, it'll get picked up on the mortgage inspection certificate or something like that. And yes, that is accurate in a lot of cases. But a mortgage inspection certificate is essentially where a surveyor goes out and verifies the previous survey that was done. As long as the other survey was done correctly and the current surveyor doing the MIC does what they're supposed to do, yes, you do get some level of protection. But a mortgage inspection certificate oftentimes is done once we're already in the transaction. And so depending on how long your inspection periods and everything else are, you may not be able to get the MIC until you're already deep into this transaction. Now, you still, depending on how your contract is written, you still may be able to get out of contract depending on how your real estate professional has, done that contract. or you may be out earnest money. It just all depends. And so I always recommend that if it's been a while since a survey has been done, or you're buying a larger parcel of land, that you have a survey done for your own protection. It is a cost up front, but you know, it does give you the biggest peace of mind as it relates to the actual property that you are purchasing. So if you have any questions, you need a licensed surveyor in Oklahoma, I do have some people that I know who do surveys. I'd be glad to send you their contact information, or if you're looking to buy or sell land, I would love to be of service to you. Thank y'all for watching. This is Jose with Lime Realty. Bye-bye.